I never thought I'd be that guy sharing a wild tale, but here goes. I woke up to a normal day, but something's off. The matching tattoo my wife and I got a decade ago, she says it never happened. Now I'm questioning reality, with strange events and disappearing memories. Is this a cosmic glitch or just life's new normal? Join me on this trip down the rabbit hole. Maybe someone out there gets what I'm going through. I'm just your average Joe, 30 years old, living what I thought was a pretty regular life. Married my high school sweetheart, got a decent job, and even convinced the missus to ink our love on our arms with matching tattoos. You know, the kind of stuff you see in movies where life just rolls on. But lately things have been getting weird, real weird. I don't know if I'm losing it, if I'm stuck in some Twilight Zone episode, or if I'm the only one who noticed the screws coming loose in my reality. It all started a couple of weeks ago. I woke up, same as always, groggy and reaching for that first cup of coffee. But something was off. I just couldn't put my finger on it. The house felt different, like a scene from one of those old black and white movies where they subtly change things to mess with your head. I rubbed my eyes and stumbled into the kitchen. That's when I noticed it. The coffee mug I've been using for years, the one with a chip on the handle, was gone. I asked my wife about it, but she gave me this blank look, like I was speaking Martian. "I never bought a mug like that," she said. "Are you sure you're feeling okay, babe?" I shook it off, chalking it up to early morning fuzziness. But the weirdness didn't stop there. As I went about my day, more things seemed out of place. The couch was a different shade of beige. The family photos on the wall had changed positions. It was like reality was playing a prank on me, and I wasn't in on the joke. Work was a mess too. My desk, usually a chaotic mix of papers and post-its, was neat as a pin. Colleagues who I swore had coffee stains on their shirts now looked like they just stepped out of a fashion magazine. I felt like I was living in some parallel universe where everything had a glossy sheen. When I got home, I decided to shake off the weird vibes by flipping through our old photo albums. You know, the ones you stash away and only dust off on anniversaries or when you're feeling nostalgic. But as I flipped through the pages, my heart sank. There it was, or at least I thought it was, a picture of us, arms proudly displaying our matching tattoos. I rushed to my wife, excitement and confusion bubbling inside me like a shaken soda can. "Babe, look at this, our tattoos. We got them together, remember?" She stared at the photo for a moment, then slowly shook her head. "I don't have a tattoo, honey. I was too scared to get one back then, remember? You went ahead and got one by yourself." My stomach churned. I felt a cold sweat breaking out on my forehead. This had to be a joke, right? But the laughter never came. I couldn't find a trace of the ink on her arm. It was like the photo was mocking me, a relic from a reality that had slipped through my fingers. I tried to stay calm, convincing myself that memories play tricks on us. Maybe I was the one who got it wrong. But when I dug deeper, when I scoured through old texts and messages, there was nothing. No mention of tattoos, no excited conversations about picking the design, nothing. Desperation clawed at my chest. I had to know if I was losing my mind or if something bigger was at play. So I did what any confused guy would do. I turned to the people who should remember, my friends and family. But it was like I was speaking a language only I understood. They had no recollection of any tattoo adventure. No memories of us laughing in the parlor. No anecdotes about the nervous excitement before the needle touched our skin. It was as if that part of my life had been erased, replaced with a blank canvas. I'm writing this now because I'm lost. Terrified, actually. I don't know if I'm living with a version of my wife, a stranger with her face, or if I've slipped into some alternate reality where the past doesn't match up with what I remember. Part of me wants to pack my bags, run from this house, from her, and never look back. But what if it's not her fault? What if it's me who's changed, who's stumbled into a reality that's not my own? Has anyone else felt the ground shift beneath them, the past rewriting itself when they weren't looking. I can't be the only one questioning whether the person lying next to them in bed is the one they swore to love till death do us part. I decided to confront my wife about the missing tattoo head on. She insists we never got one together. She looks at me like I'm the one who's gone off the deep end. I can see the concern in her eyes, but it's not the concern of someone who's hiding a secret. It's the concern of someone who thinks their partner is losing it. I've tried explaining, showing her the photos, recounting our supposed tattoo escapade, but it's like I'm speaking another language. She even suggested seeing a doctor, and honestly, at this point, I'm considering it. Maybe there's some pill that can fix whatever's broken in my brain. I went to the doctor, had all the tests, scans, and whatever else they throw at you. And you know what? They found nothing. Physically, I'm as healthy as a horse. Mentally, well, that's a different story. The doc recommended a therapist, and I'm thinking, sure, let's dissect my brain and figure out why reality decided to play hide and seek with me. Meanwhile, things at home are getting weirder. I swear the walls are closing in on me. I catch glimpses of things, shadows that linger a second too long, whispers that dance just out of reach. I hear footsteps when I know I'm alone. And the worst part? Objects keep disappearing and reappearing like they're playing hide and seek too. My wife insists I'm misplacing stuff, but I know what I remember. I know when my keys were on the kitchen counter, damn it. I've become obsessed with finding proof of that tattoo. I dug through old boxes in the attic looking for any scrap of evidence. Maybe a receipt from the tattoo parlor, a note, anything. But the attic was like a graveyard of forgotten memories, and all I found were dusty relics of a past that didn't match mine. I can't escape this nagging feeling that I'm living in someone else's life. It's like I'm trapped in a movie, and the script keeps changing. But who's the director? And why the hell did they cast me in this messed up role? I sought out old friends and family, people who might remember the tattoo. Well, I tried. I reached out to buddies from back in the day, but it's like they've fallen off the face of the earth. No replies, no acknowledgement of the past. It's as if they were never a part of my life. As for my family, they're just as clueless. They look at me like I'm a stranger when I bring up the tattoo or the things that have been happening. Maybe I've slipped into a parallel dimension, a version of my life where I'm the odd man out. And then there are the dreams. Nightmares, really. I close my eyes, and I'm in a place that's both familiar and foreign. It's our house, but it's twisted, distorted. Shadows move where they shouldn't, and whispers echo through the halls. I see my wife, but she's not her. It's like I'm looking at a reflection that's slightly off, a version of her that wears a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. I wake up in a cold sweat, heart pounding, and for a moment, I don't know where I am. The line between dream and reality blurs, and I find myself questioning which is which. I've read about the Mandela effect, that phenomenon where collective memories don't align with reality. But what if it's not collective? What if it's just me? Am I living in my own Mandela effect, where the past has reshaped itself just for kicks? Maybe I'll find some answers in these therapy sessions the doc recommended. Maybe there's a logical explanation for all of this, and I can put the pieces back together. Or maybe I'm doomed to drift in this weird, warped version of my life. Stay tuned, because I'm not sure where this rabbit hole leads. But I'm jumping in head first. If I disappear, at least my story will be out there. Maybe someone will find it and realize they're not alone in questioning the reality they thought they knew.